Hey strong people, Kalle Beck here from StartingStrongman.com with today's Strongman news, and we are going to go all the way to the Middle East. I already recorded a video on this one, but you're not going to see that unless you subscribe, unless you pledge on Patreon. You might have already done it. Patreon.com/StartingStrongman. There's actually a ton of benefits for pledging on Patreon and giving me a monthly donation so I can make videos in my garage talking about what goes on in Strongman and everything else and all the other resources I offer at StartingStrongman.com. You can pledge as little as $2. And up to, if you pledge $20, you get monthly programming for Strongman. And if you pledge at least 10 or more, you get access to every program and ebook on our website. So that's actually a steal of a deal because that's hundreds of dollars worth of content for just $10 a month. You get access to early videos, and of course that is patreon.com/startingstrongman. So today we're going to be talking about World's Ultimate Strongman. Probably the biggest change in the Strongman, big high-level Strongman scene last year. There's a lot of rumblings going on, and people were wondering, was it really going to happen? Was there this? Is it real? Are they really going to pay out that kind of prize money? Because there's been a lot of, big claims of new strongman leagues and federations and stuff in the past, and unfortunately lots of them don't work. But World's Ultimate Strongman definitely worked last year, and they're back and they look like they're here to stay. They're doing a great job. Had a nice conversation with someone involved with it the other day, and they gave me a little bit of information which I'm going to pass on to you, which I think only the athletes know and other people. So I have the events and I have the basic athlete list. So let's get into it. First I want to just kind of cover, so it's going to be going, last year it was put on, it was over in Dubai, and it had the most money of any show, $150,000 in total prize money. They flew all the athletes out. They picked them up in Ferraris or Maseratis, depending on who remembers it right. They treated them like rock stars, and that was great to see. Thor ended up winning it, getting $75,000 of that $150,000 total purse, I believe. So good for him. And there was it was an exciting day. They put on. I got a little bit of the backstory on the logistics of putting on the show in the middle of the desert, which I guess was a somewhat remote location. And that they actually did all of those things when they could have easily came up with an excuse on why not to have a live stream and stuff that we all enjoyed. I know I did. Is pretty amazing. This year it seems like the logistics are a lot easier. So anyways, for more information, follow them at WUS Dubai on Instagram. And the 2019 contest will be taking place October 25th at the Maiden Hotel in Dubai, and tickets are available on their website, or there's a link in their Instagram. And I'm going to be going over the athletes first. So this isn't a complete list. Last year, I think they invited 14 or 15 people, and 12 people ended up competing just because like Robert Oberst was injured, and there's someone else that was injured as well. This year, they're inviting more, around 17 to 20. And the end-up list of who competes will probably be somewhere around 14 to 15, I'd imagine, just because they're they get injured. But the thing I do like is they said whoever's invited, injured or not, will get flown out to Dubai. So fans, if they're expecting to see certain athletes, don't get robbed of that opportunity, which I think is awesome. Because that happens a lot in Strongman, unfortunately. So we're looking like we have Tom Stoltman, Martins Lises, Luke Stoltman, Konstantin Janashia, Robert Oberst, Iron Bibi, JF Karan, Mateusz Kilishkovsky, Raman Farajin from Iran. He won the Middle East Strongest Man, which was a qualifier for Dubai. And man, the Iranians are insane about their strongmen. They love them. They are if you look at the comments on all these posts, there's 17 comments on the one announcing Robert Oberst, 2 comments on the one announcing Matthews, and there is 214 comments on the one announcing the Iranian athlete Raman. They're fanatical about their strongman. They love. It seems like they're big strength sports culture in general. Am I going to get blamed for being political again just because I pointed out something that's an interesting fact? Anyways, and we have the returning champion, Hafthor Julius Bjornsson. Newcomer from it, Jerry Pritchett, Rano Hanla, also newcomer, Mikhail Shivlikov, Alexei Novikov, and I was also told pretty much everyone that was at the Arnold Classic will be invited. So I could pull up that just to make sure what those other names are, but you can figure it out yourself as well. While I do that, I'm going to go over the events. The first event, we're going to have a max deadlift. I wonder if we'll have the third show of the year that offers $50,000 if someone pulls 501 kilos or not. I'd imagine that there's something similar. Maybe they'll offer more because they pay out more prize money for everything else. Or they'll just let there be a max dead and quit with the hyperbole that we've had a few times this year. But that's interesting. Then we're going to have some sort of vehicle pull. Don't know what it is, but it'll be a harness style pull, like, harness and a rope. Like semi-truck, train, whatever. It's not confirmed what that's going to be yet. What do you think they should pull? Put in the comments. A log press for reps. Some sort of moving event, a yoke, or maybe something else, something similar. And then, this is a pretty cool one, I think. It's my favorite. A 10-stone Atlas Stone series. 10 stones. Starting at a lightish weight, but I think by the end it'll be the longest and possibly heaviest Atlas Stone series that there is. But a 10-stone series, I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that Tom Stoltman's excited about that. I'm sure other athletes like Brian Shaw are excited about that. So here's full results. 2002. So yeah, that'll be cool. I should have wrote it down because they told me. I think the last stone, it'll start somewhere around. I think it's going to start pretty light. Somewhere around, 280, 300 pounds. It could be even lighter. I think it might even start at like 220, like 100, and end somewhere around like 200 to 220, I was told. But by the 10th stone, I think people are going to be, they'll be perfectly fine if it was 440 and not 484, just because that's absurd. So who are the past winners? The other people, I think that's a pretty complete list. And I heard there might be other athletes that are invited as well. But yeah, 10 stone series. I think that's going to be an exciting event. And another news, you saw that they have their whole incubator system where they take an athlete down there and they train in Dubai. Everything's covered for them. They just have to wake up, train, do a little media maybe. Larry Wheels did that. Unfortunately, he's hurt. No word on when he's going to be recovered or whatever. But the next athlete to go into the incubator system is Tom Stoltman. He's going down, I think, he's pretty much in a couple of weeks or a couple of months going down to Dubai. And he's going to be in Dubai. This is how I remember it, at least. I could be slightly wrong. He's going to be in Dubai until this show, working with the people. So he might have a little advantage testing out that 10 stone series, testing out whatever vehicle they pull. These are pretty straightforward events. The only undecided is if it's going to be a yoke or some other sort of moving event. But yeah, I think Tom's coming into his own. He had a great performance making the finals, and I think he could definitely get on the podium at this show. The dead, he's improving in that. I don't think he had the best truck pull performance. Log's a lot better. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. I think it's exciting times, and the athletes get a good payday. Crowd gets a good show. Us at home that are watching it, it was on live stream last year. Even there's no reason it should have they pretty much had to make a tower in the desert to transport. Like they did crazy stuff. So it's a good time for Strongman, and it's great that there's there's more big shows popping up and that they keep going. So let's support this show, and let me know your thoughts on. We have the events and the athletes pretty much. So how do you think it's all going to go down?